Hi, Mr. Andrew here, and we're talking percents and decimals. So the last video we did percents, what are they, and how we can transform them easily to fractions. Now we're going to talk about percents and decimals. They are related. So here, let's just say I'm moving from a percent to a decimal. Let's discuss what we have to do. So 17%. Just how we discussed last time that percents means per 100, just as cent means 100 years, or century means 100 years, cents in a dollar. We can say 17% is 17 per 100. So if we have per 100, we're actually dividing by 100. And that would easily transform it from a percent to a decimal. So you want to divide by 100. However, dividing by 100 can be done in a much simpler way. If I take 17, the decimal is located after the ones place, after the 7. If I divide by 100, I'm technically moving the decimal place 2 place values to the left. 1, 2. Its new home is right there. So the steps in which to change a percent to a decimal is remove the percent sign and then move the decimal 2 places to the left, creating, this is equal to 0.17. Okay? Let's see something a little bit more complicated, only slightly, and we'll actually use the same percents that we did in the last video. 50%. Okay, well, I take 50, I drop the percent sign, the decimal is located after the ones place just like before, and I move it 2 spots. Okay, now this is actually equal to 0.50, or I could say this is 0.5 and then no 0, because trailing zeros don't actually matter. They have no significance. They have no value. So here, we just drop it off. Okay? Now let's try another one. 121%. Well, I take 121, decimal is located after the ones place like usual, and I move it 2 to the left. And I get 1.21. Okay, this is fine because technically 100% is one whole. So having something over 100% means that's going to be over 1. So this is an easy way to check to see if you're in the right area, right ballpark. Now let's cover something else. Let's go from decimals to percents. So here, if I was given 18 or 0.018, okay, how would I change this? I would say I need to do the opposite. Instead of dividing by 100, instead of moving it to the left, I'm going to move it to the right. I'm going to multiply by 100. I'm going to move the decimal 2 to the right, and then all I have to do after that is add the percent sign to show the change. So here, I just take the decimal 2 to the right. It's now 18%, and don't forget the percent sign. Okay, so here, the next one, let's say 2.25. So again, this is over 1. It will be over 100%. So here I take the decimal, move it 2 to the right, 225%. Seeing the pattern? Good. Now here, let's try something we haven't seen before yet. 0.004. I take the decimal, move it 2 to the right. I technically have 0.4%. Just because it isn't a whole number doesn't mean it's wrong. You just leave it like it is. I have 0.4%. Oftentimes, many of our percents in real life, such as taxation, come in decimal form. Like, I believe the local sales tax in my area is about 8.25% or 8.5%. 8.5%, either one. So here, having decimal percents is a-okay. Just stick with the math, stick with the method, and it won't serve you wrong. Thank you.